Well, welcome back to our live stream here at the Royal Adelaide Show, the 244th Royal Adelaide Show. And speaking of things that started a long time ago, there was a time, once upon a time, where humans travelled not in cars but in horse and carriage, and that our milk was delivered and our beer was delivered, and in fact anything we needed to move, that was done with horse and cart. And I'm very pleased today to be with two of our exhibitors, the March family, Kerry-Ann March and Russell March, who are not competing for a few days yet, but they've kindly brought out one of their beautiful wagons to show us today a bit of what they do. First of all, let's talk about the magnificent heritage of your property.
Hi, well, we've been farming down south of Adelaide in Lonsdale. It's been in the family for 125 years, and in that time we've used heavy horses. My ancestors used heavy horses to do the farming, and we've taken up that now doing the harness here at the Royal Adelaide Show. So, yes.
It's pretty extraordinary. We're going to bring up some photos at the moment because this is a real family pursuit. We've got your parents that are here that are very much involved with the industry. We'll chat to them in a moment or surprise them with a microphone. And your kids have been involved too, so we're going to see if we can get these photos up here now.
Yes. So this is a photo, actually this is my husband Russell and our son Christian, who have been competing quite some time with our pair out there in one of the events. It is very much a family affair, and they all love coming out and doing events with us, yeah.
Yeah, that's me with Christian, again here at the Royal Adelaide in a break that we built ourselves, and the harness and everything is more modern harness than what we started with, yeah. So.
And this is a photo of our daughter Madeline, who's she's competing again this year as well, driving one of our horses out there in a junior driver class.
Is Madeline? She's in the lady driver.
She's
lady driver. Yeah. I can't actually see that one.
Bella.
That's Isabella. So she's still in the junior driver this year. So and that vehicle will be out there again soon. That's.
Oh, this photo here, this is when we won the Supreme Champion with our horse Glenquarry Monty, and it was a very proud time for us, so that's a family affair again of having all of us there to celebrate.
He was a horse we bred. Jet's one that we didn't breed, but he also won the Max Fowler Award, which is a special award for geldings in Australia. We get it once every 6 years, and it travels around Australia. So. Yeah,
and he's actually here this year, competing again this year, and so we're very proud to have him out there representing us. And
I don't know which award that is, Christian.
This is the Clem Loeffler Award. Our boy Glenquarry, Scottish Piper, or Bill, he won that a few years ago. He won it actually 3 times in a row. He did a very good job, very prestigious. It's for the best gelding in South Australia. So.
Kerry-Ann's family, is that one Grant?
That one's this is my grandfather, who was working the farm with his team of horses. He had a 5-in-hand team of Clydesdales that he used to use on the property, and that is where we get our love for the Clydesdale from. And this one here is again on our farm at home. This is the hay stacking. So back in the previous times, we'd have the horse drawn out there doing the binding, cutting the hay and then stooking the hay up, and then they'd go out and help pick it up. And this picture here is actually my great-grandfather. I call him Pomps, and he's out there again with a 5-horse team. And between Pomps and Grampy and the family, they used to work the farm to be able to keep the farm going, feed the horses, the cows that we had for milking, all the pigs that were there. And it was a really family orientated thing where we all, the farm was there to keep the family going. We had sheep on the property as well, and that was our money source or income. So
we've also got some beautiful photos here from a time back when Adelaide was on the back of our Clydesdales as well, not just from a transport perspective but also delivery. We've talked a bit about the farming role on your property too. We've got another gorgeous photo here, a very important street here in Adelaide.
Yeah, no, that's an amazing photo to show, because not only were their cars actually there, we still had the horses there for the fuel, because fuel was really quite expensive. the horses were actually one of the most economical and the best way to...
Actually, Michael Keogh's actually got one of those vehicles almost identical to that, as similar to ourselves, so that vehicle that's in that photo could well be one of the vehicles being shown at the show. So.
Well, this is from 1926 in Rundle Street. Absolutely extraordinary footage here today. Hey, speaking of extraordinary things, we've got another photo here of Royal Adelaide Show back in the day.
Wow, yeah. It's great to see that many horses out there, actually. The Clydesdale, it was a very prestigious breed to have, and people would come to the Royal Show to show off their Clydesdale to get them their name out there. They breed a good Clydesdale. Here, come and buy my Clydesdale. So, yeah, it was very good, actually, to be involved in the show. It was at high prestigious awards.
And it still is today. That was 1936, that photo. Let's have a look at this magnificent wagon here. Russell, take us through it.
So this one's basically it's a bit of a mismatched vehicle in a sense. We call it a passenger drag. So we hand paint the wheels. So the wheels are a little bit, I suppose, on the rough side compared to a full show vehicle, but it's not purely authentic, this one, but we do it just so that we can do the grand parades and things and actually take passengers safely, and we do tours and things with it. It's a real family affair restoring the vehicles. My brother-in-law, Damien Poksley, he comes down, and we worked on this one for quite a long time. All the guards and everything all hand moulded and everything like that, and it's a bit of a labour of love, even though this one's probably never going to make the show ring as a show vehicle. We enjoy driving this sort of thing around as a group of people, yeah. So the seat.
So walk us through the driver's seat here.
Okay, so this one actually was given to me by my grandmother's sister-in-law, and it was her grandmother's, or I think it came off of her Adelaide Express buggy. So the seat itself is probably from about 1905. So we've modified the seat so that it suits this vehicle, and then I've followed the same pattern through the rest of the vehicle, which is designed on a Polish vis-a-vis. Yeah.
Absolutely magnificent. The craftsmanship is extraordinary, and you're keeping a beautiful part of our heritage alive. Should we go and meet Jet, who in fact would draw this? Come on for a wander around here. Now, Jet won the Max Fowler Award only quite recently, I understand, last year. And so, look, if you've never seen a Clydesdale before, there's a couple of remarkable things about this particular breed of horse. One is their size. They're quite significant in size, and they're very strong, aren't they?
They are, yes. Jet, he's a big boy. He really is quite big. And they are designed to pull heavy loads. They can actually also doing the ploughing at home, but Jet's more the type that you would have out on the streets, out pulling the brewery wagons or pulling the loads out in the streets of Adelaide.
Huge feet, and the feathers are very unique to this breed, aren't they?
Yes, the feather is actually it's so that this horse, who is a native of Scotland, they have snowed in the winter time. So the feather helps to keep their feet dry and keep them warm over those snowy months. So very important, very unique to the Clydesdale and the heavy horse.
Kerry-Ann, we've only got a few moments left. Could you show me the collar? Because the collar's so important. Let's go have a look. Come on. Watch yourself there, Emily, camera lady. You might have a very memorable royal show walking behind a horse of that size. So
in here we have some harness. We have the harness in here. This is our locker. And come in. So this is a collar, part of the very integral part of our harness. This is what goes over the horse's head and sits on their shoulders, designed especially for each horse that uses it, and that allows them to walk forward and pull that vehicle along with them. So these collars,
so they're much heavier than the American counterparts. Are much lighter collars compared to these. So these are very authentic and traditionally made collars here.
And they're actually still made in Australia, actually. We're very lucky we've got some people who are keeping that craft going and making this harness coming into the new age for us people who still like to show it off. Yes.
Well, I want to thank you both. Good luck with your competition on Monday. Thank you for taking on this walk down, this wonderful history that you keep alive. Hey, and just with the camera quickly, I'm going to turn it on a man here that doesn't want to be on the camera at all. This is Roy Hinckley and his wonderful wife, Marge, and they are the ones that brought this passion into their family. You must be so proud of what Kerry-Ann and Russell are achieving.
Yes, we are. We're very proud. We needed somebody to carry on. There they are, next generation, and my grandson and my granddaughters.
Hey, Christian, how far have you travelled to drive a vehicle here at the show this year?
Well, I came from Geraldton, which is approximately 3,100 away. It's 5 hours of flying. Well, it's a bit of a flight, but, gentle flight to come here and enjoy myself here as a holiday.
Well, you wouldn't miss it for the world. You're going to see Jet out here over the next few days competing. You're going to see their magnificent vehicles, both old and new. The March family wish them all the very best of luck. And we're about to bring you our champion classes in just a moment. We've got our pony hacks coming up. We've got show hunters coming up as well. We'll see you in the main arena in just a moment's time.